Hello and welcome guys, my name is Daniel. Thank you for tuning in again. We are here once again on the Bitcoin chart, analyzing the Bitcoin chart. A lot has happened during the last week, but in the end we're basically still within this range here. Let's zoom in a bit on the 1 hour time frame, and yeah, we have gone up, then we have dumped, then we have gone up again, then we have dumped again, but in the end still sideways in this big range. And if I zoom out more, then we are also one could say basically still within this range. Yes, we have broken out, but as always this could just be a fake out, and yeah, it is possible that we go back down below this value area high here and then back down to the point of control, and then we would basically be inside of this very big range here again. So today I want to tell you a bit more about why traders keep losing money on the markets, and for me especially on the Bitcoin market. We know that there's a lot of volatility going on with Bitcoin, and like I said, we have seen very big swings to the up and to the downside, and this can really make a lot of traders nervous and wreck them in the end. So I want to tell you a little bit more about the analysis we have had on this chart here especially. So we have seen this big pump to the upside, which ended basically in a support resistance flip of this low here of this upper range. We have tested this perfectly and have seen from there a retracement to the downside. Also, this was the high of this old swing here, where we have also seen a fake out above, then went back down below again, and here we have touched this twice. This was also, if I pull the fib from this top here to the bottom, this was also the golden pocket. The 6.6 shot a little bit higher here. Yeah, perfectly in the 7.86. But then we lost this level again, lost the 6.18 here, have had a small range where we just were building lower highs, and now we broke down lower here. Then let's look at some levels to the downside. What do we have here? Especially this big move here to the downside, which took out this low here, but this low here stayed intact. So we have formed a lower high here, have taken out all of this liquidity, but in the end still another higher low here on this chart. And then we have seen this massive and quick rise to the upside, which ended in the 7.86 here. So this wick here ended perfectly into the 3.82 from this low here on Monday, September the 11th. And yeah, this 3.82 here held perfectly. If I pull the fixed range values from this overall range since the August 17th, then we can see we also perfectly touched the value area high here as support. Yeah, to be honest, we touched this twice here. Here we tested this the first time, then had a move to the upside, and then last Friday we have touched this again here and took out this low. More levels to the downside. Should we lose this low here is the 6.18 and 6.6 down there, which is perfectly sitting on the point of control there. If I pull up the fixed range values from this whole uptrend that started on September the 12th, we can see that we have also a point of control slightly higher here. I think if I pull the fib from this low to the high, yeah, okay, a little bit lower than the golden pocket, but this is a support area, of course. So no exact levels, just a big area. And speaking of areas, we can yeah, basically mark out, this is a resistance level here. Let's make this red, and this is a very big support. Make this green. Then more locally, We have touched this 382 and value area low here already twice, so I wouldn't be very interested in longing this again. But in my opinion, we have this more local point of control, and the value area low is support, and also the value area high here. And if I pull the fib retracement from this lower high, from the second high here, to the current low which we have here, we have here this 382. The CC or 618 is a little bit higher, not touched yet, but we have seen these lower highs here. And should the price come up back here above this value area high and into the golden pocket, that would be, in my opinion, pretty bullish. And so a little bit more important level for me here locally is this 382. And this 382 together with this value area high here is for me a local resistance area. And like we can already see, today we had a small range here, then took out very slightly, but we took it out. Here this high was 27,746 and here 27,747.5. So we took this out very slightly, but for me this is still important. We can also see we have had some support here, and this support now is turning into resistance. So this is more bearish than bullish, and for me this area here is a little bit more important and significant than the golden pocket that we have above. So these for me are the current levels, and we can also see we are dropping a little bit more to the downside here. And now I want to tell you why I think most traders lose money in this market. So I believe the most important thing you need to understand is that trading is mostly mindset. Yes, you need to have some skills in charting, you know, which tools to use, which tools are the best for you, because there are tons of tools, tons of indicators, but I use a very small portion of that, and you will probably too, because you can't use all of them. So yeah, you need to develop some skills, but this, to be honest, can be learned pretty quickly. And you know, if you trade like 1 year or something like this, you probably know already most of the tools out there and how to use them, and you know, your charts basically look always like this, and mine do too, but I'm very strictly with zooming out, using this invisible tool here, and so I don't really always have to look at this very crowded chart, and I'm very good at selecting which tools I want to use and which not. So first step, keep your charts clean. This step comes even before the mindset thing, which I'm gonna tell you about right now. What do I mean with mindset? With mindset, I mean that you can't stick to a bias no matter what. So for example, I was long and bullish, probably somewhere here. I had some longs open from there. Then we have seen this rise to the upside. I thought, no, we are probably gonna higher. Then we have this very massive breakout to the upside here. Then we retraced. I thought, okay, let's build a range here, because this move up and down here happened so fast, and I thought like, this is very likely not completely dumping back down immediately again. Yeah, let's wait and see. My longs were still open at the time, and then we have seen this small range, this fake out to the downside, this fake out to the upside now, and we're still within this range. But right now my my bias has a little bit changed. I'm not long anymore, although on the price itself not really that much has changed. But before I'm switching my trades from long to short, I wanna first look at more confirmation, what the price is telling me, what it wants to do. And over the last week here, especially since we have seen this move, and over the weekend here, I thought, okay, if we don't hold these lows here, then I'm gonna switch short, because then this looks more bearish, and I am targeting at least this point of control here and this golden pocket area here. But it could also be possible that we retrace even further, because we would then be back inside of this big range here. And after this fake out to the upside with a really big range built outside of the value area high, that is called a failed auction pattern. And if we lose the value area high again, this range here could basically, after this fake out to the upside, could break out to the downside, and that would be a massive move, I can tell you that for sure. So after I have gathered more confirmation what the price wants to do, I've now decided to close my longs, switch short, and now let's see what's going to happen. So being able to adapt to the market and to the market conditions, even though your previous plan was another one, that is absolutely key in these markets. And if you can't do that, you will lose money over time. So you want to keep your profits small but steady, and protect your profits at all time. If you see the market conditions change, you have to adapt and not stick to your bias anymore. Also, let's take a quick look on the DXY for this. Probably a lot of guys have told you, we have seen over 10 weeks or something like this, only green candles. This has gone up really high, and for now we have seen a small retracement to the downside here, but the DXY is right now again approaching support. We have this golden pocket from this low here. We have still another higher low. We have taken out this low here, and especially these moves like this, these are very likely to being tested in the future again. So I'm thinking that probably something like this here could happen, and that we are either just testing this and then heading back lower again, or testing these highs here. This is another factor why I'm now more bearish than bullish. The ES here is still looking very bullish. Also here, same very quick break to the downside, very quick pump. On Monday this week we have also seen a gap to the downside, which was filled yesterday, so Tuesday. And yeah, this looks very impulsive, no real retracement, just higher lows. This here looks a little bit more bullish. It could go higher still, but we are also running here into the highs of this range. I'm looking at this as a big sideways range, and here we are approaching these highs here, which then could end in taking out maybe this and then heading back down. I don't know how far, but we are at resistance here. Okay, so all of these are factors why I'm switching my buys, adapting to the markets, adapting to what I see on the charts. And what would be for me the invalidation of this trade? Well, if we zoom out here more, or even on the daily, yeah, we have had a lot of lower highs here, some wicks to the upside, some wicks to the downside. On the 4 hour, same, we have a lot of wicks here, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And it was very important for me today that this is another lower high, because if we are holding this low here, just making another higher low and then taking out especially these highs here, I think the likelihood for higher and testing 28k again would be very high. So for me the most important factor is that we were building this lower high here today. For now still not confirmed, we have to break this low here. Also we have seen a very very big wick to the downside here, which could be filled. These kind of big wicks very often get completely retraced. This is why I'm a little bit more bearish here. And on the 1 hour time frame, if I put on my analysis again, so yeah, we are at local support here at least. If I pull the fib from this low to this high, we can see that we are around the golden pocket here again. And should this hold here and we reclaim back this point of control, reclaim back this resistance area, then this would be basically the invalidation for my trade. So in this case, if we do this, I would try to get out of my shorts as quickly as possible and open up longs again, because then I think these highs here will be targeted. Okay, this was basically my explanation of the Bitcoin chart today, Wednesday. Which day we have today? October the 10th. This is my analysis. I explained to you why I switched from long to short, how I currently view the markets, and why you have to be able to get rid of your buys as soon as possible if the conditions change. And like always, I have updated my Discord community here about the current developments on the charts, what I see, what my thoughts are, and why I close my longs. So you will get all of this in my free Discord group. Just join with the link in my description, and see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Bye.